Hello learners, welcome to this third session of BEGLA 135, English in Daily Life. This is the third session. In the last session, we discussed the things regarding our daily interactions in English, how small talks fill the gap between starting the conversation and ending the conversation, how we express feelings in our daily interactions, and how our body language plays an important part in our communication in daily life. Today, the topic is the world around us, how we interact with people who are around us, the people we spend our time with, the events of daily life that we describe to others or record in our diary, the financial activities that concerns our day-to-day life, and also the availing of public services in our daily life. So let us come to the family and friends, the people we spend our daily life with. Family is a social group from the same ancestors. Family is very important because family gives us identity, shapes our personality. Learn our mother tongue in our family. We learn social skills living in our family. Family is a source of strength and support. It is a compass which guides us throughout our lives. It helps us feel safe and secure. Family exposes us to human relationships, relationship with our parents, relationship with our siblings, and relationship with our spouse. A close-knit family is very supportive and it provides us emotional support, economic well-being, and it stands for us throughout the ups and downs of life. Friends may abandon us, but family members can never, because members of family are related by blood. Living together in a family is a very blissful experience. We, while living together, learn keeping our home clean, interdependence, respecting guests, celebrating family functions, social events, and religious festivals like birthdays, marriages, bereavement, And moreover, family teaches us how to maintain social harmony. A family may be big, large, or maybe small. There may be many members, which we call a big family. Some families have a few members, that's a small family. There are also some other types of family, for example, nuclear family. If parents and children live together in a household, it is nuclear family. If parents, children, grandparents, cousins, uncles, aunts, if all live together, this is a joint family. And there is also another kind of family that we call extended family. In extended family, we have not only parents and children, but also grandparents like Nana, Nani, uncles like Mommy, uncles and aunts like Mama, Mommy, Mosi, Mosa, cousins, and they are all related by blood. In a large family, the children enjoy a lot, but there is no privacy. In middle-sized family, children fight with each other, they boast over each other, but they are not aware of their roles in the family. In a small family, the children are pampered, but they feel lonely and bored. So every size of family has its own advantage and disadvantage. In family, parents make sacrifice for children. And children also help their parents. For example, children help father in preparing a project which he had to submit to his office next day. Children cook food when mother is ill. So it's a relationship of interdependence in a family. Parents and children have very informal relationship. They laugh at each other. But while children may be naughty, but parents are always mature, reasonable, and patient, understanding, and loving to their children. Let us have some anecdotes about parent-child interactions. The anecdote relates to parent-child between parents and teenage child. Uh, One day, the father finds that his son was breaking table manners. He was talking with his mouth full. So he tells him, "Don't talk with your mouth full." The son rejects the charge, also the instruction, and he says, "I have not my mouth full." Father knows he is telling lies, so he persists. "You are still talking with your mouth full." The son quickly swallows the content in his mouth and opens his mouth wide open to show it is empty and repeats, I haven't got my mouth full. The father observes the pink interior of the empty cavity and argues, you had it full when I spoke to you. But the son laughs at his father. He laughs at his father secretly, showing that he has won. He feels he has won. The father doesn't get irritated. He keeps calm. In fact, parents can't afford to be impatient with the children. They are supposed to be patient and generous with children. In the second anecdote, the same father and son have another kind of interaction. The teenage son has no visible mustache. He has only thin hairs on his upper lips, but he twitches it with pride, as if he has real mustache. One day, he darkens the thin hair with his mother's eyebrow pencil and asks his father's permission to use his razor to shave his whiskers. The father knows he has no whiskers, so he declines the permission. The son doesn't listen, he disobeys and uses his razors. He wastes a lot of shaving cream and 2 blades to shave his whiskers. He leaves the basin full of soapy water and the floor littered with soaping towels. The father gets angry. He punishes him for disobedience and stopped his pocket money for 2 weeks. But the punishment doesn't work, as the father owes $38 to his son. In fact, once the son has done certain work and he had earned 38 pounds and he had kept the money with his father. So the son said cheerfully, all right, don't give me pocket money, but would I have my $30 you owe me? The father had to oblige. The son owned, pretending to be obedient to his father and accepting the punishment. In the third anecdote, mother is also involved. The son has a big problem in his homework in mathematics. So he asks his mother, Mother, how do you expand a number? Mother doesn't know. She says, I don't know. Ask your father. Son turns to his father. Dad, how do you expand a number? Father knows that he is playing tricks. His son is playing tricks. So he keeps himself out of it and says, I don't know. The son persists. Well, you want me to pass the exam, don't you? Father says, "Oh, all right." Then he looks at his textbook and says, pointing to some pages, "Do it like this." The son says, "That's not the way you do it. Dad, you do it this way." And then the son takes paper and pen and he fills a page with some incomprehensible calculations using brackets. The father gets annoyed. He says, "If you know about it, then why did you ask me?" The son, again like a winner, "I just wanted to see if you could do it. Will you help me draw an outline map of Australia?" The father didn't oblige. In this way, the son enjoys, he is a playful son, and he enjoys teasing his parents. He might be teasing his siblings and creating chaos where there is peace. He is very talkative and irritating, but he is also lovable, and his parents forgives him his irritating behavior because he is a teenager. I'd like to mention another anecdote which shows how family members can help. There is a young boy in the family. He has to write his exam the next day. He has examination fear. He is very much disturbed. So he feigns sickness. He pukes on his mother's dress, complained of unbearable stomach pain, even pretended that he was dying. His parents gets very much concerned. In this way, a drama was being played in the household. Meanwhile, his uncle from Mumbai came home. He saw everything and he understood the drama that was being played. So he put his arms around his shoulder and said, "Son, I thought you are a strong boy. How could you allow your fear to destroy your happiness and your future? I know you have done all your studies for your examination tomorrow. Now put your books aside and forget about them. Come for a walk with me." He took him for a walk, and when they returned from walk, he told him, "Go and have a tall glass of milk and go for a good night's sleep. Don't worry for examination. In the morning, tell yourself, I can remember everything I have read. Do yoga and breathing exercise. Don't ring your friends. Have a good breakfast. Talk about anything except your examination. Have small talks with your family, but don't talk about your examination. listen to some light music, then you will be ready to take on the world, not just the examination. The boy followed everything and he walked to the examination hall with confidence. Whatever he had read came back to his mind. He wrote answers to the questions very well. He felt confident, and henceforward he was no longer afraid of any examination. Rather, he looked forward to his examination. So, such incidents happen in family, and such incidents also make a very good topic of small talks. Now, friends, we spend a lot of time with our family members in our home, but out of home, the most important persons for us are our friends. They are next to our family members. Family relationship, filial relationship, sibling relationship, conjugal relationship. These are man-made, God-made relationship. But friendship is a man-made relationship. And this relationship is important in all the cultures. Friends have enduring affection, esteem, intimacy, and trust between them. We have series of interactions with our friends. Friends are the persons we know well and we like them very much. We look up to them for the solution of our problems and we trust them. Friends have mutual respect and admiration for each other. Friends often compliment each other. There is an old film, Dosti, in which the two friends, one of them is lame and another is blind. So the blind man carries the lame man on his shoulders, and the lame man shows his friend the way. In this way, they compliment each other. Our friends help you in making the right choice. Friend may defend you against your enemies. Friend will draw you out of trouble. A friend is very cordial, faithful, forgiving, gentle, generous, honest, sincere, loyal, and loving. Friends have huge impact on our life, our health and happiness. They are our best companions. You can bare your heart to your friend and feel relaxed. But there are also some toxic friends in whose company you find yourself being reduced and marginalized. So beware of such friends. So our family and friends are important persons. We spend a lot of time with them. We have our daily interactions with them. And family and friends make interesting topic for our everyday conversation. The next important thing is the events that happen in our daily life. In our daily life, we are exposed to several things, and every day something or other happens. So, daily events is a part of our normal life. Our daily life is mostly regulated for our benefits. Our time, 24 hours, is managed effectively and constructively. We do what our job demands. We set alarm clock to get up in time, and we go about our work in the most disciplined manner. Broadly speaking, our daily life is spent working or sleeping. We spend time either at home or outside, and we work continuously to improve our life. The routine of our everyday life includes personal hygiene, exercise, food, performance of duty, shopping, recreation, and other things. Our daily life events are quite interesting. These events are worth sharing, worth describing, and worth recording. Many of us write our diary every day, relating these events of our everyday life. So you can write diary to record the daily events. Now let us see how a woman entrepreneur who runs a flower shop spends her daily life. She is a self-employed person. She owns a small shop. The name of her shop is Flourish Fauna. She gets up at 6 in the morning. She has a cup of tea, and then she prepares a lunch which she takes in her shop in the afternoon. So after preparing her lunch, she dresses herself, and at 7:30 she goes to the suburbs to buy flowers. She buy cheap flowers of various colors and fragrance. Then she returns to the town, which is bustling with activities. She puts the purchased items at her shop. Her two helpers, Hamid and Abdul, help her decorate flowers in the shop so that it could attract customers. At 9, when all preparations are met, she opens her shop for the customers. Her customers include men, women, students, shopkeepers, and others. Her first customer is Mrs. Bose. Mrs. Bose lives in her neighborhood. She is the grandmother of a little boy whose name is Sumit. She buys white flowers and ferns from her. In the afternoon, She has lunch between 2:30 and 3 p.m. Her friend Joseph joins her. They take lunch together and they have a nice chat. In the evening, she closes her shop at 8:30 and reaches home in an hour. At home, she prepares her dinner, listens to 10 o'clock TV news, then she takes supper and retires for the night. She loves her work and she works hard to expand her business. She enjoys her daily life. She loves punctuality and regularity. She believes in honesty and sincerity, and she loves being surrounded by man and nature. So, in this way, we see that the woman entrepreneur spends her time in a disciplined manner and she makes the best use of her time. So, now let us discuss some tips for time management. We all know that time is very important for us. Time is passing continuously, it waits for none, and time makes no distinction between the rich and the poor, between the ordinary and the great, whether a beggar in the street or the president of America, the most powerful man, they have the same time, 24 hours or 1440 minutes every day. So, time management in our daily life is the most important factor because it determines our success and failure. We cannot save and hold time for future. We have to use it in present. So our determination and perseverance in time management is very important because it helps us reach our goal. So if we follow some tips of time management, we shall be able to make the best use of time. First tip is rise and sleep in time. Second, do a to-do list. What you have to do every day. What you have to do today. Prioritize your work. The third tip, use your time wisely. If you read the autobiography of Mahatma Gandhi, you will find that Gandhiji used to make the best use of time in several ways. When he has to go to university, he used to walk. So in this way, he used to have exercise, he used to save money and cover his destination, making the best use of time. In his ashram, he worked hard, but when he had to take rest, during rest, he used to teach his children. So he spends the time resting and also teaching. He used to read while traveling in the bus. So we can use the best use of time. if we can use every minute wisely. Then the fourth tip is find the right time for certain work. For example, if you have to study, what time is the most suitable for you? Whether it is early morning or during the day or in the night. Some students burn their midnight oil. So one can find out what is the right time for certain work. Fifth, don't waste your time worrying or agonizing because it serves no purpose. Next, communicate your schedule to others if you are visiting someone. In this way, you will not have to spend time in waiting. Next tip is keep things in perspective. Don't set unrealistic goals, other it will lead to the wastage of time. Ninth tip, stop making excuse or playing victim. Face fear. Don't make wrong use of imagination and waste your time. Take a good night's sleep and take exercise every day to keep yourself mentally and physically healthy. Socialize and cherish human relationships. Learn to say no to the time thieves. For example, there may be persons or friends in your life, they used to come to you and spoil your time. So beware of such persons and learn to say them no. Write diary every day, meditate and pray to God. And the last thing is don't make haste. It is said, haste is waste, and slow and steady win the race. So altogether, you have to be smart. In the word smart, there are 5 letters. S stands for being specific. M, you have to be measurable. O stands for attainable. R, it stands for so many things: relevant, rigorous, realistic, result focused. And T means timely. Doing everything timely. So the events of our everyday life are very important. We can share these events with others. We can also record them in diary every day. Writing diary is a very good habit. Now let us take up the next thing, that is our financial activities. Money matters. Money is called the sixth sense, without which all the senses are blurred. It is the fuel of our daily life. We can't live without money. Money is earned with labor. It is spent for availing commodities and services, and it is also saved and invested for returns. Saving for difficult time is an old age concept. People save for emergency and old age because money saved is equal to money earned. Nowadays, saving and investment go together. Financial markets and fund managers are there to make investment and saving very easy. and they open doors of opportunities and minimize risks. So, as we have to deal with finance in our everyday life, we have to be financially literate. We must know certain financial terms, and we also learn financial planning. So let us take some financial terms. Investment. I refer to the word investment. Investment means money saved and used for financial gain. It is said that money begets money. So if you save and use that money to make more money, this is investment. Returns. The second term is return. Return means profit from investment. Premium. It's a very important word, financial term. It means amount paid at fixed intervals, maybe monthly, maybe quarterly, maybe half yearly, or maybe yearly. And it is paid by the investors. Equity shares. Equity shares. Equity means, or equity or share means portion of a whole. It is a unit. Share is a unit of ownership which represents an equal portion of a company's capital. It entitles the holder, the shareholder, to an equal claim on profit and loss of the company. Equity share is in fact the democratization of economy. As you take part in the political process of your country by casting a vote, similarly you can participate in the economic process of your country by purchasing a share. Bonds, it's an important term. Bonds are certificates issued by the government or the private companies promising a fixed rate of interest. Mutual funds, these are quite prevalent financial institutions. It's an important financial term, mutual funds. Mutual fund is collection of funds from many people. That fund is invested in financial instruments to earn profits. This fund is managed by the experts for higher returns. You can invest even a small amount and share the profits of investment in a high value company, high growth company. Mutual funds are of several types. Broadly speaking, there are two types. As I told you, in share you have to bear both the profit and the loss. So there are mutual funds which are called equity funds. These are high risk funds. In this fund, money is invested in equity market. In equity market, the fund is invested either in diversified equity fund. Diversified equity fund means fund invested in different sectors of industries, for example, pharma, chemical, IT industry, energy, metal, etc. Another type of equity fund investment is done in sectorial equity fund. In this fund is invested in only one sector, only one sector of economy, either pharma or metal or agro or any one sector. Mutual fund is also invested in low risk instruments, and this is called debt fund. The fund is invested in debt market. In this debt market, there are several financial instruments. Bonds, I already referred to the term bonds. Bonds of government or bonds of a private company. There is no risk, they give fixed returns. Then there are debentures. Debentures are, if secured debentures, they give fixed return, but if they are unsecured, then there is some risk. Then there is yield fund. Yield fund is another term for government bond. And we have also liquid fund. Liquid fund are short-term funds which are invested on daily basis or weekly basis. Liquid funds are also called overnight fund or call money or call market, because money can be called back by the lender the very next day. So it is overnight investment. The next important term is insurance. Insurance is saving for the emergency, saving for the rainy days, as future is uncertain. Insurance is very important for securing one's future. Insurance is of different types. For example, we have life insurance. In life insurance, money is invested to replace income that would be lost with death of the policyholder. Life insurance is of different type. Endowment fund or money back policy. In this type of insurance, you have insurance plus saving, because even if death doesn't occur, when the policy matures, one gets money with bonus. Then we have health insurance. We fall ill and get hospitalized. The cost is borne by the insurance company. People have also retirement planning. When one retires, one's income is reduced. So to supplement that income, they have retirement planning. Then there is term insurance. It is meant for death protection for a term. It is payable only in case of death. Otherwise, there is no return. And there is also another type of policy which is called whole life insurance. In this policy, the payment of the face value of the policy is met upon death whenever it occurs. Besides, we have property insurance to compensate for the loss of property. For example, we have home insurance in case of theft and fire. We have vehicle insurance in case of theft, fire, or accident. And there are other types of insurance. For example, cash is insured, deposit is insured. So insurance is a very important financial activity of our life. Another term, financial term, which is important is forensic accountant. Forensic accountant plays a very important role because in financial matters, if you are not careful, you may become a victim of fraud. So, forensic accountant is someone who uses accounting skills to investigate fraud or embezzlement of fund and to analyze financial information for use in legal proceedings. And the last financial term that I would like to refer to is demat account. Demat account is an account just like a bank account. It is a depository for share certificates and other securities held in electronic format. There was a time when share certificates or saving certificates were kept and preserved in physical form. But demat account was introduced in 1996 to do away with paperwork for trades on National Stock Exchange. In short, we call NSE, National Stock Exchange. This is the place, National Stock Exchange is the place where shares of companies are traded. So physical certificates, with the introduction of demat account, physical certificates are no longer issued and it saves us from a lot of inconveniences and hazards of losing the certificates. So both government and private companies offer insurance and various financial instruments. There is a good competition because of various agencies. There are various payment options of premium. As I told you, premium can be paid monthly, quarterly, half yearly, or yearly. Companies whose share you buy, they give you dividends and bonus regularly if they are profit. There is also provision of porting your insurance policy from one company to other without incurring any loss. The next important thing which concerns our daily life is public services. Public services constitute supplying commodities or providing services in the public interest and to meet the human needs of everyday life. For example, drinking water, sanitation, energy, transport, waste management, education, healthcare, safety and security, communication like telephone, post office, justice delivery system, environment protection, social service, urban planning, a law enforcement agency like police. These are the public services we avail every day in our life. Public services are provided at national level, regional level, or local level. For example, railways, airways, telecommunication or post office, national security, radio, television. These are the services which are provided at national level. Then services like transport, safety and security, social service, metros. These are provided on regional basis, on state level, I should say. And services like drinking water, sanitation, waste management, these are provided locally by municipality or municipal corporations. So we have to avail these services in our everyday life, and you have to use English to communicate in the areas of public services. Booking rail and air tickets, using phone helpline, joining as volunteers in certain NGOs, using public utilities, services, paying electricity or telephone bills. You will have to interact on the counters and use English in your everyday life. We have also helpline services to avail these public services quite effectively. Helpline services are very useful at the time of accidents or national disasters to provide emotional and psychological support to the distressed people. These services save life and provide support to the persons who are wounded and stranded because of some accidents or natural calamities during flood, cyclone, or accidents. Helpline services are used for customer service also. The calls are received and answered automatically. One has to listen to quite carefully and press right keys or buttons as per needs and services. One can also use website, apps, email for the purpose of availing public services. A call center also provides telephone-based services, customer care services, selling things, marketing things, information dispensing, technical support, and giving advice. So call centers nowadays are also very important in case of providing and availing public services. There is Indo-American Medical Services run by doctors in India and America, and having many doctors from all over the world. They provide telemedicine, which one can avail from any nook and corner and consult experts from all over the world. So these things are interactions with our friends and families, our events of everyday life, our financial activities, and availing of public services. These are very important parts of our daily life, and we have to use English in these activities. So this is all for today.